Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadowed City podcast. This is The Shadows Within. I am your host, Larry. I'm going to be going over shows that have passed and ones that are coming up. So stay tuned. I hope everybody's having a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. We got a few shows to go over today. DSEW Burning Reckoning's past show, an upcoming show, Mayhem's recent show, GPW, GEW, TKO, and IZW. Now, we are going to get started by going over DSEW's recent show and upcoming show for Burning Reckoning. And to kick us off, it was a KO elimination triple threat between Jen, Medea, and Britt Graves, with Britt Graves walking away victorious. Tables match between Gage Payton and Jack Graves, with Gage Payton walking away victorious. Extreme Rules, Sam Magnum versus Big T, with Big T walking away victorious. Extreme Rules, KD, King Dominator versus El Murderous, with KD walking away victorious. Falls Count Anywhere, the Imps versus the Blackhearts. With the Imps walking away victorious. Deathmatch between Dame and Tommy Dreamer, with Dame walking away victorious. Main event Underground between Donna B and Reagan Anderson, with Reagan Anderson walking away victorious. And here's what's going to happen on the upcoming card of Hellfire Burning Reckoning for DSEW. To kick us off will be the Faces of Fear versus Doom. Doom is the team of Angelina West and Britt Graves. And Faces of Fear, our women's tag team champions, have been for some time. And they will be battling out for supremacy. And will Doom get their future championship match? That remains to be seen. And it will be Extreme Rules. And the next up will be Extreme Rules between Buster Anderson and Frankenstein. Eddie Walker versus Gage Payton versus KD in an Extreme Rules triple threat. Big T versus Leon Carter in an underground match. The Imps versus Red Wolves, light tubes only. Reagan Anderson versus Samantha Carter in a cage, pins only. And to cap off the night, it will be a last man standing between Nightmare Briggs and Dame. Next up, we are going to go over Mayhem, Episode 7. Extreme Rules between Angel Love and Britt Graves, with Britt Graves walking away victorious. Extreme Rules, Cooper Webb versus Ultimo, with Cooper Webb walking away victorious. Tables of Death, 5-way elimination. Big Black Buster versus Akane versus Nexus versus Zeb Jones versus Bullet, with Zeb Jones walking away victorious. 2 out of 3 Aguila Phantasma versus Raphael LaFleur, with Aguila Phantasma walking away victorious. 4-way elimination Extreme Rules, Anthony motherfucking Harris versus AJ Woods, Mr. 5-Star, versus the Voodoo Priest versus Andre Bishop, with AJ Woods walking away victorious. Underground, Shinjo versus Shane York, with Shinjo walking away victorious. Tornado Tag, Ridge Reaper and Backwoods Butcher versus Double A and Brandon Green, with Ridge Reaper and the Backwoods Butcher walking away victorious. Extreme Rules, JG versus Deranged Clown, Insidious. And the cap off the night, a Steel Cage, Draven versus Jay Thrasher, with Draven walking away victorious. GPW Ladies Night, with some men's matches after. Bailey Cruz versus Ranger Yellow, with Ranger Yellow walking away victorious. Alexis Lynch versus Callie Bass, with Alexis Lynch walking away victorious. GPW Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. Bailey Nelson versus Britt Graves versus Reagan Anderson versus Banshee, with Britt Graves walking away the champion. Jeannie Jaw versus LaShawn S, with LaShawn S walking away victorious. GPW Unleashed Diamond Championship, Casey Skull versus the champion War Maiden, with War Maiden retaining the gold. Chaotic, this is the men's matches now. Chaotic versus Ranger Rogue, with Chaotic walking away victorious. Mr. Patterson versus Victor Blackthorn, with Mr. Patterson walking away victorious. Tables matchup between Buster Anderson, Money Dog, and Ryan GM, with Ryan GM walking away victorious. Ranger Yellow versus Sweet Death. This was a ladies match that was added, with Ranger Yellow walking away victorious. Now back to the men's matches. Bishop versus the Chosen One, with Bishop walking away victorious. And the cap off the night, GPW Undisputed Tag Team Championships, the Hardline versus the champions, the Red Wolves, with the Hardline becoming the new tag team champions. GEW Unprotected Volume 8. Fox Spit versus Johnny Hernandez. Extreme Rules, with Johnny Hernandez walking away victorious. Ambulance Chambers versus Mr. Greatest, with Mr. Greatest walking away victorious. KO Underground Crimson versus the Mad King, with Mad King walking away victorious. Iron Tables Steve Hollywood versus Bombshell, with Bombshell walking away victorious. Welcome Hunter Ellis. Welcome Stefan Sue Pearson. Happy birthday, Stefan. The GM of All Star Pro, and Hunter Ellis. Hello, sir. Was a fantastic interview earlier. If y'all missed that, go check that out. Breaking Kayfabe, episode 13, was awesome today. True honor. King of the Cage championship match. King of the Cage match. Psycho versus the champion Damian Briggs, with Psycho becoming the new champion. Fight Club US Championship special guest referee, with the special guest referee being Yams for Korean Mercenary versus the champion Samoan Nightmare, with the Korean Mercenary becoming the new champion. David Pope versus SGK, with David Pope walking out victorious. Now, some TKO qualifying matches for the PLE for TKO. And here were the ladies that entered the Rumble. Anomaly, Celestine, Danielle Demoise, Evelyn Winters, Hyacinth, Kaiva Chaos, Loki Demoise, Susie, Victoria Williams, Viper, Cassandra M. Demoise, Crash Out Danny, Domina, Firefly, Janice Tomahawk, Lilith Callahan, Rachel Sawyer, Tessa Winters, Violet Zero, and Wolfie, with Janice Tomahawk walking away victorious. And there was a fatal 4-way tornado tag matchup between Anastasia Ghoul and Crash Out Danny, Angelina West and Britt Graves, versus Haven Callahan and Violet Zero, versus Wolfie and Susie, with Britt Graves and Angelina West walking away victorious. Another fatal 4-way tag team matchup for the qualifiers night Domina and Carter Justice versus Suzy and Chin Pao versus May and Tony Tornado and Cassandra M. Demoise and Donald Hilton, with Cassandra M. Demoise and Donald Hilton walking away victorious. TKO City Jungle. Zodiac IC Championship. Crazy Wolf versus Kaiva Justice, with Kaiva Justice walking away victorious. Next one-up championship, no holds barred, 2 out of 3, Big Rig versus the champion JC King, with JC King walking away victorious. Dominion of Ruins Championship, Kazarian Justice versus Rob Plays versus Negan Agul, with Rob Plays walking away victorious. Scarlet Trials Championship, Steel Cage, Roxanne Landon versus Wolfie Hellion, with Wolfie Hellion walking away victorious. No holds barred, 2 out of 3, Ultimate Intercontinental Championship, Aaron James versus Tony Tornado, with Tony Tornado walking away victorious. Elysian Guardians Championships, Tables, Doom versus Kaiva Chaos and Blackfire, with Doom walking away victorious. Last Women Standing Scepter of Chaos Championships, Hyacinth Championship, Hyacinth versus Vextra, with Hyacinth walking away victorious. Tornado Tag Falls Count Anywhere, Harmonious Dualism Championships, Crash Out Danny and Berserko versus Donald Hilton and Cassandra M. Demoise, with Donald and Cassandra walking out victorious. Aiden Yosef and Madison Campbell versus Tony Tornado and Big Rig, with Aiden Yosef and Madison Campbell walking away victorious. Nexus of Balance Championship, Janice Tomahawk versus Sue XZ, with Sue XZ walking out victorious. No holds barred, 2 out of 3, Paige Crucial versus Day for the Duality Legion title, with Day walking away victorious. Duality Legion men's title, Damian Graves versus Razor, with Damian Graves walking out victorious. Now coming up for IZW Thunder, we have a tornado tag match between Savage and Pharaoh versus Max King and Alex King. Raven Grimm versus Rachel Sawyer. Triple threat elimination, Logan Slater versus Red Mane versus Big Motherfucking T. Extreme Rules, the Deranged Clown Insidious versus the Unrivaled Blade. Fatal 4-way elimination, Aaron James versus Akane versus Reese the Destroyer versus Gary Walker. IZW Women's Bloodlust Championship in an 8-way blood elimination. Kaiva Frost, Jen, Tiffany Colt, Taylor Griffin, Angelina West, Nina Schmidt, Rose Wilson, Sylvia Knight. Falls count anywhere between Gage Payton and Primetime JoJo. Big Lou versus the Phantom Eddie Walker. And the cap off the night, Damian Graves versus Buster Anderson. Good stuff. Stay tuned for the IZW show. That is tomorrow, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Go check that out. And also, this coming Wednesday, I will be interviewing Scott Stomper. And then I'll be interviewing both the Stomper brothers. I've each already interviewed Frankie. I'll be interviewing Scott by himself, and then I'll be interviewing both. So stay tuned for that. I do hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. Peace out.